Hi everybody. So today I was thinking that whether I can make somebody see the reason as to how much time it takes to complete a job. Normally that happens with the boss, right? And the boss is seems like very insensitive about the time that we are spending with our tasks. It's very easy for uh, the boss at the top. He is looking at the top line, right? And the top line is achieved if there is proper planned actions at the within the team, right? So that made me to think as to how I make my boss see, and that would have become a very generic kind of concern because everybody has a boss who is kind of insensitive. So let me so that also kind of, because I'm a coach and also I work with a team, that kind of made me turn around the questions. So what potential opportunities am I missing out if there is a team lag creating a time lag? Team lag refers to the phenomenon where a team's performance falls behind expectations or desired outcomes. Here, the team lag, the time is the outcome is there, but there are simultaneously so many tasks those are rushing in. You need to work in real time, right? So that is the problem. Time lag refers to the delay or interval between two related events or actions. Even if the boss doesn't need the information or the particular file right at that moment, still he requires my time and uh, the outcome to be already there so that he can utilize my present time into something else. He is quite right, but can we do few tasks simultaneously when you are trying to innovate? It doesn't kind of, there is no starting time, no finish time. Do you agree with me on that? So when I'm speaking this, I am also loud thinking that when you are doing creating something innovative, after that it becomes routine. But when you are starting with innovation, it is always, it doesn't have a time period specific to it. Of course, there can be the possibility of charting down approximately how much time it would take. Well, when you are getting into analysis, for example, this is an analysis work that I was involved in, and which is taking time because there is no fixed analysis also. For the first time I am doing, and the one kind of analysis leads to another, and that is how it is taking time. So can I explain this before finishing that? So there is a mindset block. The person will have certain kind of ideas, of course he will have, but he will try to introduce something else before I finish my idea. That is not possible when you are doing and with your own job, with your own innovation. So first, allow yourself that time, even if it requires, there is some extra time I am investing on, and that is how I am handling. So is somebody sitting idle? That is how it feels when you are slogging out and the other person is kind of comfortable sitting on what I do. He of course is doing something similar, but at his own pace. What I am lagging is I am not able to work in my pace, although I love the work. But you have to finish something in time, sometime, and you have to see that it is utilized in a certain time, right? So that is not happening. So turnaround time is the key word that I figure out with this. And so I have to sit down with the boss and figure out as to how this can be accommodated. I told him that is tomorrow. He told me that he tomorrow I have to work on something, I have to spend time on it, and mm, then I would finalize and then send to him. Now if I do so, then there are other things lined up. When do I spend time with that? So I said, yeah, I'll allow that to sit, that to be conducted by the other team members, and I'll sit with this file that he says. So I was kind of very pissed off with him. Is it not the same situation that you also have? When you are a mid senior level, you know, and the other person also knows, everybody knows that it should take time, it takes time. Not everybody can see your innovation, and not everybody is as creative as you are, maybe at times. When you are creative with something, of course you are creative with something or other. So when you are creative with something, the other person is not going to understand, because the other person is not able to see your angle that you are able to see. So it is a perennial kind of work environment. So is there a solution out here? Hi, I'm Sangeeta. I'm a USB creator coach, and I'm the founder of Dignity Career Alliance. You know, I focus on dignity at the first place. But I also do not sabotage the team's interest just because I have to innovate, I have to be very creative, and I'm seeing something which the other person is not able to see. That is not just the justification that I can give to team performance. Yes, I understand that. So, what do I do? Navigating a situation where the boss requires drafts from you, which they then modify and present as their own, can be challenging. Here's the practical ways that we can do any of you, or any of these, or all of this would be applicable in your case given your situation. So understand your boss's preferences. Do I think that I understand my boss's preference entirely? It is not possible, because there will be some hidden agenda that we don't know. But do we not know our own preferences? Can we not make the boss see that these are my preferences? Communicate openly. Have a candid conversation with your boss about your workload and time constraints. I understand this, but here that possibility is not there, because he sees that I have to do this, that, and he is perfectly okay when I am going struggling here, there, everything. Do you see that kind of boss at your place? Does he take your workload to some extent? Only when there is something specific that I tell him that do this today, then only he does, once I am done with everything. Now, if he doesn't want to do that, what he says, he puts the blame on entirely me, notwithstanding the workload that I have been facing. He doesn't take that off. So the same thing can be done with the boss also. What I have thought is, I'll take a small um, board, notice board kind of thing, and put on my desk, and I'll chart out what all I am going to be doing today, and I'll ask, when do you want this to be done? Will that do? So that is what I have decided on. What about you? that that will help set the clear expectation. Do you think so? And provide detailed drafts about whatever I am going to do, and at the end of it, what I am supposed to be completing at the end of the day. And if he says something, I should be very open minded about what are his suggestions, and I'll put it there. And if he has something, some feedback to validate, then I should do that also. And it is an office work, it is none of his personal work, none of my personal work. So I should be very flexible about his ideas of doing it, and that trust and rapport has to be built. The only thing that is required is the transparency in whatever I am doing, and the realistic time that it takes to complete a work, and the long term goal has to be there. What is my understanding? what are my interests, all those things have to be there. So I think I have made things very clear about how to deal with it. So the first thing that I am going to do is to buy a small notice board and put it on my table. So what is that one thing that you think that would solve your problem to some extent? Already I do write down many things. Can you see my note is like that? It creates, and I was kind of just before this I was doing this. I was trying, I have to kind of 15 state analysis. I have to do district wise and every state and all the states. And this has to be done for 10 quarters. Every quarter has 700 districts and there are 8 parameters on which this analysis has to be done. It should take some time, right? That is what I need to explain. This is something which has been not accepted in the team for 3 times now. So this is the third time I'm trying in a very different way, which will take time. It will take also more labor to create and put all the information at one place. That is what is taking time. So one is so even if I put the notice board, what will happen? But it will kind of, that is what I think. It will kind of give him a perspective about how my time is going to be spent. If you think this is a very good idea of handling the situation right now, then I would love your comment below the video. Thank you. And if you want to talk to me, also there is a link in my profile page. Please go and click there to get to me on a one-to-one call. Thank you for watching.